Welcome back, everyone. This is Everyone Loves Pirates, and last video in our Let's Play Let's Learn series on Crusader Kings II, I unfortunately forgot my son's birthday. It came and went, and he became, our last son here, he became a misguided warrior like his old pops. I wanted to switch him over to a different guardian so that he would get a better focus, but oh well, what can you do? But we can get him married, and we can do the fun wife search that I love so much. If you do not enjoy my wife searches, then you may want to just skip ahead. Actually, I haven't done bad with them lately. Personally, especially when it's for my own character, I will look for an hour for just the right person. But I can do this pretty quick now. What we're going to do, I'm gonna leave it paused just for a second while we do this, because I don't want to miss somebody. I don't want to miss a possible person we can marry. But we can use the button here again, which will basically show us, it's the easiest way to see what sort of alliances we can get. The Princess of England. We can get allied to England. That's not a bad idea. Her stats are not very good, but that could be kind of cool. Let's look at her. So they have an elective system, a male-only elective system. So who's your... Oh, not even your son. Interesting. Sometimes I'm just kind of interested in what happens in England. So, go back to our family. That could be kind of cool. We could call England into our wars, which would be really neat, especially if we want to go after, like, maybe Wales over here. If we hate vowels. Or maybe we love vowels and we want to push our vowels on them. They don't use vowels. Only Y. It's true. Look it up. This 13-year-old has pretty good characteristics, but her stats aren't very good. We would get a some sort of German alliance. You know, marrying for alliance can be quite good. If I wasn't so worried about actually wanting to play as this character, I would just do that and not even care about the skills. The Marshal would be quite nice, though. I wanted to get our diplomacy up, though, if we're going to play as this character. That would be very important. She might not end up too bad. She is Norman, so we get an alliance. See your dad? Yeah. So we get an alliance over here with Normandy, which is close enough to come into our wars, especially if we wanted to attack England. The problem is he might attack England and call us into that war. You got any wars going on? If you want to see what wars they're in, the easiest way is from the diplomacy screen. So he's attacking the Holy Roman Empire. I definitely don't want to be in that war. And he's attacking Scotland. And he's got a truce probably with England. Oh, let's see. Who else do we have as possibilities? Once again, I usually just like alliances with people that are nearby so that they are actually useful. I can always accept to go into their wars and never actually show up and they don't care. It's a little problem with the game. I don't know if I really want them to change that. But so right now I'm looking at where they live and what alliances I might get. So, you know, I could get one with Lothian. I'm sure I pronounce every single thing that I say wrong, and I apologize. I apologize to my Scottish brethren. I'm not Scottish, but got a lot of English in me. Possible some Scots. I appreciate the Scots. I have sympathy for the Scots. You'll see like sympathy for different religions on some of the characters. Sympathy for Christianity if they're a Muslim, or sympathy for Judaism or something like that. I have sympathy for Scotland. I think they should be independent. I'm probably mostly English, but I got it about an eighth Swedish. My grandfather's mother was 100% Swedish. And there's probably some more Swedish in me from other parts of the family. So I'm at least an eighth. I love Sweden. If I get any Swedish viewers, I love your guy. I love you guys. I love your land. I love the people. I probably spent a total of like 3 or 4 months in Sweden over multiple visits. It's really cool. Some of the nicest people I've ever met, and it's beautiful there too. Okay, well, let's just check the people finder real quick and see if we can find just some awesome person. Otherwise, I'm going to marry for the alliance. So we want women who are not in prison, who are not married. I'm going to say who are not rulers because I want to keep them in my court. I don't want them going off and living with her. Yes to my religion, any culture, both for adult, just in case there's some good 15-year-olds out there. We can wait. And great house, I'll leave it any as well. We want to search everywhere in the entire world. And I'm just going to sort by diplomacy. But what I'm going to do, just at first, I'm going to look at these top scores and just kind of look across real quick and see if anyone just has like double digits everywhere. That's pretty darn good. Unfortunately, all these people are lowborn, and I really don't want to hurt his prestige that much. Why are you in front now? Go behind. Stupid game. Okay. These windows drive me nuts sometimes. Great Eminence. That'd be awesome to have just at court and have her possibly be the guardian for all the kids that come out. This poll is pretty decent. I'll think about it. I'm going to mark her as special interest. Just using the shortcuts by right-clicking there and then right-clicking on her portrait thing and clicking on that. Actually, and see, look, and now it's scrolling over there even when I click over here. Oh, you're driving me nuts. Okay, goodbye, window. Anyways, this character is actually pretty decent. The lustful thing is nice. She's more likely to pop out kids, especially on top of Great Eminence, which also gives 10%. And content. I always like having content people in court. Just a +5 positive, +50 positive opinion of you just because they're content. They just don't care. It's great. Okay. Now that I've kind of... stewardship. She's 21. She's a little old. I don't mind any of those. And she's Midas touched. I'd rather have the Grey Eminence, probably. But her diplomacy score is so good anyways. Once again, if she came from a great house, I'd just pick her right now. Oh, we got a little loose girl here that's pregnant, despite not being married. Hunter. Once again, they're all low-born ladies. Okay. That's good enough for that. Now I'm just going to go back to the top in case I miss somebody. I'm just going to scroll real quick and just look to the left in between their focus and these other things. Right here will show whether they're quick or strong or geniuses or pregnant. So that's what I'm looking for, to see if we can get some geniuses in the family. That one's ugly. That's a trait that gets passed on. Don't want no uggos in my family. Weak is a trait that gets passed on. That's not a good one. Hedonist. That's tempting. We get all sorts of babies. Except for she's only naive appeaser. So that's no better, really. Club-footed, not good. That's a hereditary trait. Want to keep the bloodline pure. Hey, I know eugenics... it sounds evil, but I mean, we want to do it for our family, not for our entire lands. Attractive, also hereditary, but it doesn't really matter that much, just +1 diplomacy. She's not really all that attractive. It'd be nice if they matched up the portrait with that. And here's finally we got a quick person. I don't like that she's envious, but she's lustful. She might have been here before when we were looking at people. She is old now. 20. Ugh. So past her prime. I tell you what, if they're not 16, they're not for my children. I mean, he's 16. It's only right. Okay, that's enough of that. We're already down into the single digits on diplomacy. So, you, my friend, just to glance really quick again. Which one was it? This one, right? So we have the 18 diplomacy one, who's the Great Eminence. 17. And she's Polish. Or this one who's German and has that awesome stewardship score. This button will go back. So do I want to bump up the stewardship and have a Midas touched and also help diplomacy? Then a little bit to martial, and those don't help. Or do I want diplomacy? Still, the stewardship isn't bad. More overall good stats. I'm going to go with the overall girl. I really want that Gray Eminence. I want to start working that in. I want to have her available. We can't really use her to educate people for a long period of time, because then they'll change and they'll become Polish. They'll identify as Polish. But we can pop them over to her near the end if we remember to. I should have just done it for my son. 6 months wouldn't have killed him. I was hoping I'd get one more decision. Okay, so we're going to arrange marriage. Go to her diplomacy screen. Arrange marriage between us and her liege with our son. This is going to hurt his prestige. Sorry, buddy. Here we go. Okay, how long did that take? 11 minutes. I apologize. Hopefully, that was still interesting. Next time I won't spend as much time and I won't explain it as much. I'll just do it much, much quicker. So good. She is now in our court. She actually likes us a little bit. That'll tick off and we will actually get, we fulfilled her marriage wish, so she will like that. This son loves us. And this is another reason why you want to oftentimes be the guardian for your children, because he gets a plus 25 opinion of us because we were his mentor. And he was more or less happy with how we brought him up. That's what it used to say. Maybe you could get both on top of each other. And somehow we flattered him. Oh, for choosing him to get the to hunt the boars for the feast. Right? It was him? Or was it? No, actually, I think it was our other heir. I forgot what we did to flatter him. Oh, maybe we did choose him. They're both named Domhnall. Oh, no, wait. He was John Chad. I'm probably just screwing it up in my head. My liege, peasants attacked me while collecting taxes in Dublin. They wounded me severely. I barely escaped their wrath. How dare they? Well, keep doing it. I really don't care if they kill you. That sounds horrible. But that is one way to get rid of a son. So unfortunately, you cannot plot to kill your sons. Or your daughters, I don't think either. You can plot to kill your wife. I write to you with bad news from Dublin. My efforts to squeeze some extra taxes out of the population have met with resistance, and the peasants are arming themselves. I fear we might have a result on our hands here soon. Great, you get attacked, and then you... I don't know what you did. You threw, like, horse dung at them or something, because now they're going to attack me. So, just for a year, the local revolt risk goes up by 5%. And as we know from a previous episode, we can use our marshal to suppress revolts. And this county already had a 2% revolt risk for the different culture. Now we do have justice prevails as a negative 5%. Who's just? Is that a character, or was that an event that I'm not remembering? That we did something where justice prevailed. I don't see any just characters here. Justice prevails. Let's look at our character and see. We have Master Hunter. I'm sorry, I can't remember what did that. There it is. Where did this come from? I checked under me, seeing it was something I did, but this is just in the county. For some reason, we have justice prevails till December, a year from December. So that'll last longer than this high taxes thing. So it's crossed it out, and we still only have the 2% revolt risk, and eventually it'll be down to 0 for when that justice prevails is the only thing still on. Okay, fine. I'm not. Otherwise, what we could do is we could put our marshal there. I don't care about 2%. And he'll actually lower it because he's such an awesome marshal by 18%. The revolt risk in that county. So really right now we're really just trying to get some money. Let's see if there's any kind of cool plots we can do. There are a few things we can do. We have the same thing where we can kill our father or our wife in order to get our inheritance or just to marry again. She is 45. She can no longer have kids. So if we wanted to have kids, we'd have to kill her off and make so we can make babies. If we had 100 piety, we could try. If and the Pope really liked us, we could try to ask for a divorce. I've never even ever bothered doing that. It's easier just to kill your wife if your character is okay with that. We can also kill one of our bishops to get our son into the bishopric faster and not have to worry about succession. So that's why they were there. That's why the game chose those to put in here. Once again, you can always just kill somebody by just finding them. You can plot to kill them just by clicking on this button here and seeing, oh, we'd have 64 with him. We would have, where's the other dude? We'd have almost 99% with him, or almost 100%. Usually you want a little over 100% if you're going to bother with it. It determines how quickly the events fire that might possibly kill him. I mean, 99.99 is fine. I'm impatient. I don't like having plots for a long time because while they're active, he can find out about them and really hate us and maybe plot against us as well. We can look at our gold. I'm sorry, I always double click here. It's a bad habit I got into. When you click this once, it closes it. Click it again, it opens back up to here. From any of my vassals, I could have just clicked on liege and gone straight to me. I'm sorry, I'll do that a lot. I hope it doesn't bug you too much. We can see our monthly balance, 3.26. We can also do that thing again where we click on our main holding and just see yearly, we're making 40 gold per year. So basically, 2 years from now, we'll be able to make this duchy. And once again, I'm going to double click here instead of having just clicked on my portrait here. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't. I read that to myself instead of reading it to you, because I want to remember what I was going to say over here, and I already forgot it. So my liege, this is our court chaplain. Our court chaplain, Phalan of Saint Brigit. I like that, Brigit. My liege, I have good news from my mission to Kildare during my visit to the court of Bishop Phalan of Saint Brigit. I have filled my own ears with poisonous slander and evil rumors about my spiritual leader. It doesn't say this, but I'm changing the pronouns because he's talking to himself. Our relations have thoroughly been sabotaged, and I foresee that it's going to be anything but good from now on. Your humble court chaplain. So he made himself like the Pope less. What do we want? We want the religion screen or the vassal screen. And we will see this jump down when we unpause. Excellent. Sorry, didn't unpause. So the head of the religion dislikes you. So it's gone down to 88%. Great. Now all we need to do is get this up. Our technology's gone up a little bit. That's what that was. Despite not being a duke yet and having any base technology. But it can still go up based on our neighbors, and we have our spy master trying to steal technology, which hasn't happened yet. I mentioned I keep it on this screen just so I can see the purple and the red and stuff. Once you know, it really doesn't change much. But another place where you can see your allies is just on your portrait screen. You have your vassals, your court, and your allies. We also have abroad that just shows us that there are characters can reside at a foreign court if they are in prison or being educated there. Furthermore, counselors and even rulers themselves will reside at the court of their liege. So we have two courtiers here that are technically ours, but they're considered abroad because they're at the bishopric. They're at Christ Church because the bishop is tutoring them, which is fine. My liege, our marshal, who's training troops, has done a great job, and he's increased uh, reinforcement rates. I won't read all those out unless they're new. We've seen that one before. Oh, interesting. Our heir's wife died in childbirth, and I actually kind of like this, even though he won't be our heir for long. He's wounded. Huh. But we might use that to get that alliance with England. Because once again, I don't really want him to be my heir, but I can still get the alliance because he's my son. So she's dead. A son was born named Ed. And I have promised to name the first child I can name, which unfortunately might be a while because my wife isn't having any more children, after a viewer of my first series of videos who just very nice person who watched everything despite them, in my opinion, probably being just barely watchable, and gave me a lot of input, and yeah, I appreciate that, and I rewarded him thusly. And I could reward you as well. There are actually some, I gave some challenges in those videos. It was for the Game Dev Tycoon Let's Play that I used to practice as my very first recording session. So yes, I was actually worse. Go see how bad it was. But I made some, I gave some challenges. You'll have to watch the entire series to find out where they are. But if you want to tackle them, I'll gladly put you in a video as well. But yeah, that's a shame. Our wife, could have had some more children. She never did for us. Now, I think 45 is the cutoff, so now she definitely can't have children anymore. Who knows? Maybe she'll die or we'll kill her. And especially if we go to elective, I won't mind pumping out some more kids. So she lost that. She used to have that ambition to have a daughter. She was trying to have one more kid before she got barren. So now she wants to be spy master. You'll see she doesn't like us as much because we fired her from the council. She used to be the spy master. Success! During my visit to myself, I seem to have managed to make me understand what a benevolent and pious ruler you really are, and I send my regards. Great! So, there we go. 59. Still not enough. Didn't click on liege. But we're getting there. See, he's already recovering with the Pope. He's already up to 90. When that modifier goes away, that negative 10, it'll be 100. I mean, we still have a negative 10 short reign with him. Probably should have worked on this guy instead. Oh well. What can you do? And man, this stewardship thing is not firing at all. I might change ambition soon. I'm sure we've had this long enough where we can just change. Recognizing virtues and talents that others possess is truly a virtue. I'm truly best by having a court chaplain who's a devout teacher. I agree. This guy's doing good for us. We can reward him. Doesn't say how. But he'll like us a little bit more for 5 years, which is pretty good. Or we can gain some piety. Hey, I agree. Honor where honor is due. Good job, dude. Dude, you're like such an awesome bishop, man. And on top of that, you're just tubular court chaplain. I don't know why I did that. Oh, right. So we have our son we have to marry. Let me just check real quick. We are at 23 minutes. I think this is a good place to stop. We had a little bit of things happen. Come on back for the next episode where we probably marry this guy. And I think we're going to marry him to the Princess of England if she's still around. And be able to call England into our wars. And England will probably call us into their wars first. So thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. I look forward to any feedback you may have. And I will see y'all in a little bit.